And then give it a
Are you drinking vodka already?
Can't reach all the way back here.
All right, folks, we've got the police edition Tahoe in the shop. So we got a special delivery from Edelbrock. We actually got two big deliveries that you'll see in this video. We got a delivery from Edelbrock. So they sent us some bolt-on goodies or whatever for this that Aydan and EJ are going to install on this, up the power on this and get this thing ready for Sick Week. To be a sport vehicle down there. GM Performance, we also got another delivery from GM Performance, so and you'll have to wait and see what's in that box, but we're not sure the use for that, but when you see that, then tell us maybe what you like it in. But that's what we got in that video. We're still waiting for some parts for 2.0 to get it down there. The Deuce box is still in process here, so slowly but surely it's been kind of a slow rolling project. Hasn't been on the front burner. That's why we've been doing that 2.0, but we're still waiting for some fittings for 2.0 to get it to the dyno. But that's what we'll take you through this week is that part. We got a trailer wrap, we got the two unveilings, and that should hopefully have some more power by the end of the video. So thanks for watching, guys. Tell us what you've got, Bobby.
I have ATI bell housing, ATI adapter plate, which is the mid plate for the car, and the starter didn't line up from the mid plate to the bell housing bolts. So I had to put this all together, figure out where the starter went, punch the holes, drill them, carve out the mid plate to get the starter to work correctly now. So
now, are we sure on the throw of the starter, like to the flywheel?
why are you wrecking the video?
Sorry.
I'm not that far yet. I just had to get it mounted to the mid plate.
Okay.
And then there are spacers for the flex plate. So it's just now, once we have the real engine, we can put these pieces together and then figure out if everything is going to jive. Because the way I see it, the flex plate will mount to the crank, and then the starter should line up, and we have spacers for the converter to space it for this that came with 3 different sets in that box over there.
Gotcha.
And actually I think there's 2 or 3 sets of bolts over there as well. So there is this hub, but I don't know that we're going to put this on the crank and then the flex plate. I don't know what's happening yet. So if that's the case, then I'm going to have to cut out everything on the mid plate and bolt this directly to the bell housing.
Gotcha.
So there is a few ifs.
Well, the good thing is, because this kit is supposed to be installed by anybody, so literally this is our anybody. So Aydan and EJ are going to put the supercharger kit. Hello.
Great timing. What is this stuff? I've never seen that before. You know, I have a feeling it's supposed to be open on the side. You look at that.
These are the pulleys. That's the program for that. And then once we put all that together, and then when we want more power, then we got other pulleys. But then we got to reprogram everything. So read your instructions. Does it come with a YouTube link to watch a video? Aww. I'm just going to the pick and pull.
I had my bag packed.
I'm going to the pick and pull. I got my wrenches. I handled it. And I put it in a clear bag so they know I'm not shoplifting.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Bobby! You see the new pick and pull kit?
One of my suppliers. But I mean, I can see.
It's backwards, dude. There's the, you gotta have
Oh, because what's in the side pouch?
I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, is that where the money is to pay for whatever you get?
No, I must get it for free because there's nothing in it. Has the company credit card slip in there? Yeah, that is nice.
So you get a
Do
girl
a
at the
cross.
shop.
You got to do a crossbody. Put in
Sure.
a crossbody. Oh, look at that! You even know how to
yeah.
do it. Wow!
Going.
I can't believe there's
Good
not
thing
a,
is like I can be working, then just grab
Yeah.
it. It's kind of like a,
see
like
how
a holster.
efficient that is. Maybe we could get Milton one of those.
Get a girl in the shop, and now all of a sudden
Look, we
you got a
have
pickle
purses.
kit. We all got Merces.
Where's the sick purse gonna be? Start happening.
You gotta get it. The logos on it.
Put a sticker on that.
I am trying to loosen 2 bolts that are holding a fender to the bumper, but they are rusted and they don't want to move, so I'm having a blast over here.
I'm removing the air cleaner from the engine so that we can put the supercharger kit on.
I got to step on
Listen,
it.
I'm currently taking the intake bolts off.
What step are you on?
Like
2.
32. Alright,
Oh, step 32. Got it.
32
But
out
each
of.
bolt is a new step.
Oh, each bolt's a step.
Hey, let's put
Holy
the Durango front clip and headlights on it.
Oh, there you go.
Come on.
Come on. There are 141 steps.
141 and you're on 32.
Yep.
But as soon as we put
We are
the
not
last,
taking this to lunch.
as soon as the last,
Well, when you have nothing, these are perfect.
You need 3 of those.
These are the only 3 in the building, so where
There's
else
not
do we
some
keep
in-
them? Not in the
some
cabinet.
that cabinet?
Nope. Aiden just
I
looked.
lost yours. Aydan, did you come take your screwdriver? No, I can't find it. Air compressor stopped, so we gotta bypass the switch. I found it. Bobby, where'd you put the wire nut? Well, then I said, nah. What's the worst that can happen?
it sees up the motor.
Oh, something's broke. Oh no, first time I hit it, it didn't snap. It snapped right back. We officially have more people involved than they're supposed to be involved. It's all because they broke the air compressor. Otherwise, they'd just be going on their merry business.
They didn't break the compressor.
Don't suck up the rag.
To drill through the pulley on the front of the crank because these do not have a keyway in them. So once you start making high boost, it would slip on the crank. So you got to drill a hole through it so that you can shove a pin in there and it won't spin when we make a ton of power, hopefully. Well, I think we're on step 90 something out of 100 whatever, so we're getting closer. Here's pretty soon. Next step is throw the supercharger on, so can't be much longer after that.
Well, once the supercharger is back on, you can start bolting up the fuel lines and injectors.
I just got thrown in the fire here. So Aydan is drilling and pinning the crank for the bottom pulley because they're just pressed on and not keyed. So now that it's going to drive a supercharger that could turn or something, I don't know that would, but it's their safety. So we have to put a 1/4 inch dowel pin in next to the crank nut, and then actually the flange of the nut or the bolt holds the pin in. So it's kind of a cool thing. It's just kind of a bummer getting down inside in front of the engine with the radiator, condenser, trans cooler, whatever else is out here to get to all of it. So you're kind of working blind.
All right, so Allison's Christmas present is the Texas Longhorn deal, but we had to, the horns didn't go all the way on, so I had to bring it in so that the fab guy could modify it a little, put it together. So now that's got it set up, but side job. But on the Durango project, so Bobby welded shut and added AN fittings to the front cover. You saw in the, or no, maybe that's just an Instagram post, but we don't have a before and after, but I'll show you. So this one is semi-stock one. This one had already been shaved down to fit the front plate for the blower pulley on the Gen 3 Hemi. So, but Bobby trimmed off all the excess, everything that wasn't needed to get it down to this. Well then, in the stock one, the water pump's on the front. Water goes in there, out here. So because of how everything is, the way we want to run our front plate, Bobby sealed those off. All three of those, welded those, shaved all this down, added AN fittings. So our ins and our out for it to be able to have, because we're going to get another front plate made for the blower that's going to be more solid and cover that stuff all up. But that's one of the little projects Bobby's been working on while the fittings aren't here.
There was some miscommunication. That's all. Here's the drill. There are two. There's a drill guide, so it comes with the kit, and there's a different bolt to simulate the crank bolt. So this bolts on the face, and you have to drill through the pulley and into the crank, but there's two holes in it. One has a hardened recessed bushing that fit the drill bit perfectly, and then the reamer has to go in. So you turn that one, or you do like a 180, and the next hole doesn't have like a hardened bushing in it. It's just the material the piece is made out of. And then this slips in, and all you do is ream it out a thou or so, and then it's ready for the pin. So Aydan just did them backwards, so it's really not a big deal. You just got to make sure you drill it to the tape, because it was 1 inch 600 thousandths.
Does the tape go to the recess or to the?
The tape will go to your.
To the recess or to the?
Yes. Into
How
that.
am I gonna feel if it's in the?
I don't know. that kind of sucks.
Hole's now reamed. Blow it out and see if the pin goes in.
It's held in by the bolt.
Yeah. But if it can go,
Oh, jeez.
isn't that gonna f up the pin eventually though? If it can go.
Well, I'd put the bolt in tight. If you leave the bolt loose and then the pin loose and then all that, then yeah, maybe it'll go.
Okay, I'm just saying the entire reason of all of this was to get it to stop, not slip.
It's not going to go back and forth. It's literally going to get loaded and it'll stay loaded. Never has a reason to go back and forth.
What is 140 degrees? That's not a full. That's not a quarter. That's not a quarter. It's not three. It's not a third.
We determined it was like a third.
We determined a third.
133 is a third.
It's a third.
Or no, 120 is a third. Right? 120, yeah, 360.
360, 120.
So another 20
a third
degrees.
is-
20 degrees more than a third, and 60
So what it's saying,
degrees.
it's saying torque
or
it to
in
that and then give it a
Yes.
Give it an well.
Does
Give it
it
a.
Yes, it does. Like, how accurate can a be? I don't get
It says 37 degrees.
So that part right there is the reason why you guys have that lock in there. So it doesn't turn the engine over when you go.
Yes. Yes.
What number was that? Man, I thought we were gonna be at least 90. 75?
Oh, you got 90 from earlier.
You said 90 earlier. And we were on 77.
You said 90 something.
I think he did. Did he not? Leave a comment down below if he said 90. I'm fairly certain he did.
Well, I think we're on step 90 something out of 100, whatever. So we're getting closer. intercooler system up with antifreeze. And I think everything else is done. EJ's finishing putting on fascia and should be ready to fire it up soon.
Is your dad going for the initial startup?
Probably.
Or does he not even care?
He's got to be on video doing it.
He's got to be the hero.
Was the hero of the
What are these for?
That's the other pulley.
Oh, this is the souped up stuff if it really works. Is this helping?
Sure.
Holy, look how much he spilled.
I know.
Would you have spilled it? I just want to see it start up and run.
Why is she still working on the same fender as like since you got here today? You've
Job
been in that
security.
same corner.
Get paid by the hour, not the job.
All right, get in there, stomp to the floor, and rev the shit out of it. Please don't. The battery's dead.
So it's running. That's a positive for you guys.
The belt didn't fly off.
So if you don't know, this is EJ's background, is wrapping and unwrapping, right?
Yeah.
Not supposedly the unwrapping, but the wrapping part.
Yeah.
So this is the Sick Pizza food truck. It won't be on Sick Week, but it should be out and about come springtime for the pizza place here around Michigan. So, but she is working on taking off. We got from Hunter House Burgers. So she's working on taking the wrap off, and then we got to get a wrap design. Hopefully something that complements the merch trailer, so that if they do end up at events together, then you kind of know that they do go together. So, but that's Jenna with her 2 cents. So, merch trailer with the redesign and trying to come up with a way to help hold the shirts in for travel down the road, so they don't have to be cleaned up every time you pull over. But EJ, did you put the antifreeze back in the Tahoe? EJ's just learning, going from wraps to car stuff, and yeah.
Yeah.
What you take out should probably go back in,
Probably.
or at least check it. So the Tahoe's test drive lasted for 10 seconds.
Oh, that's fucking.
All right, so we got a delivery from GM Performance. You should see what it is. Oh yeah.
Carrie, did you order ashtray?
Comes with an ashtray?
It came with an ashtray. Maybe that's part of the tuning process. I'm not sure. Their ashtray for, and it's wrinkled black.
Oh yeah. Hey, it doesn't have any water in it.
No antifreeze?
No antifreeze. It's kind of like the Tahoe. Doesn't have any antifreeze. There you go, the new GM 632. So 1,000 horsepower. But I did see a video the other day. Somebody took one stock that they bought, and it was 1,100 horsepower NA. So GM Performance 632. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do with it. Any ideas?
You could just run a poll.
So.
See what everybody suggests.
Oh yeah, what should we put it in?
Maybe in the tractor.
In the tractor.
A
That'll
little
be
lawn
good.
tractor for the race.
That'll be sweet.
Is that
Is
the air cleaner or something?
Goes right there. Oh, you know what? They give you this because of this smoking hot.
Oh. Okay.
You got somewhere to
Is
put
this
it out.
where you put your Mary Jane?
I knew that was coming. I knew it.
Hey, Mary.
So there you go. So we're looking. What should we put the 632 in? 1,000 horse NA. A little under the power stuff that we usually run, but NA, that's badass. So Mary Jane picks a Subaru, but
Not my name.
okay, so Edelbrock. So we installed the Edelbrock kit. So the kit came with everything to put it together. basically instruction manual as you saw in the video, all the pieces, parts, trinkets, intercooler, everything. It even came with the tuner that you could actually just dump it in there. So basically everything in the box allowed us to put the tune in before we started the project, and you did the project, then whatever, as you saw, it started right up afterwards. So that's how complete these Edelbrock kits are. So we'll give you the actual part number for the one we used, I guess, in the description here. But just know this, that this one I think is rated at 108, 110 bolt-on horsepower for this kit. And reason being is emission compliance and everything else that goes along with it. But we also got shipped with ours additional pulleys that are around here. So once we go through this part of it, then we do have the other pulleys. We can change it out. We can hook up the laptop to it, or we can actually do some other tuning on it. But it did come with some off-road use only pulleys that we can put on there. So gotcha. That we can change some tune up with it. We can change the pulleys to basically make more power. So as you know, the size of the pulley on one of these, or maybe you don't know, but when you look at the size of the pulley on the supercharger, if we decrease that pulley size and increase another pulley size, it'll fit the same belt, but that means the supercharger will turn faster. Supercharger turns faster, we get more boost, so therefore we can get more power. The kit that we have on the Trailblazer that we've used in burnouts and stuff, that one we used the stock pulley. Then we did a pulley swap on it, and we did another pulley swap on it to where literally same style kit, but I mean that with engine modification, everything else went along with it. But we went from, I'm going to say that we were 550 horsepower or whatever, like adding the kit to it was an SS, so adding the kit to the 400 added on 150. We are now like 900 to the tire. Still have the same supercharger on it, different pulleys with it, and internal modifications, because we went to a certain pulley change, and then that pulley change overwhelmed what the engine could handle stock. So then we basically took the bottom out, and then we just had to put new bottom stuff, better stuff in to make it all work better. So this one, same potential and unlimited. I won't say unlimited, but it's pretty unlimited how much power that you can get out of this if you want. So even though it's promoted as 108 horsepower or 110, whatever it's promoted as a bolt-on, know that there's plenty of pulley changes, tune-up changes, engine modifications that you can do to get, I'd say comfortably you could probably get 850, 900 horse to the tire without changing that blower. So just engine modification, of course, to support it, bigger injectors, different pulley setup. So that's what you got. Nice kit out of the box. So you saw that our anybody's put it in, so with little supervision. So Aydan and EJ got that in there. It didn't take them long, I think a couple days to basically get the whole thing together. So, but easy peasy.